Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another edition of the Sports Report Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan. Got everybody here on the line with me. Got a lot to talk about on this episode of the podcast. Eric Rodgers, WWE. Oh my gosh! But first, let me go ahead and bring everybody in. Ladies first, though. Let me bring in my girl Erica. Erica, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, very good, very good. We're gonna, figure ladies first before we start with these other two yahoos about to come out here right now. Anyway, let me go ahead and bring in.
One's a Yankees fan and one's a Texas fan, so we'll see how this goes.
This is gonna be interesting. All right, let me go ahead and bring in the person who is over this network. Josie, what's up?
First things first. Two things. I'm a motherfucking lady. God damn it.
Look here.
I am not a Texas fan. I am an Astros, Rockets, and Texans fan.
That still makes you some form of a Texas fan.
Fuck Dallas. Fuck San Antonio.
Wait, do you say hook'em horns?
Oh no, I don't. I do not like UT.
Okay.
It's BD, motherfucker. UTSA all the way.
That's interesting. And
Still
of course,
Texas.
Let's move on to the ultimate LeBron James fan, Danny Dick. What's up, man?
That's such a shitty fucking intro, like the ultimate LeBron James fan.
You are the
After work in Game 3.
It's true.
It should be the King LeBron James.
Goat James.
Goat James.
Never,
Go, James.
never,
But
never out of my mouth.
did anybody else notice how creepy Will's voice got as he was introducing Erica as well?
Every
We
time.
got down to that
Every time.
real whispery voice. Got down to that real whispery voice.
Yes.
That's signs of things to come.
He never says
Before
really
Kind of like it's like pedophile status a little bit there.
You may be a lady, Josie. You may be a lady. I've never.
I'll try to put that radio. I'll try to put a little bit of that radio spin on it, y'all.
All right, well, you put that creepy ass motherfucker.
I'm just saying, Josie's a lady, but I've never heard Will introduce Josie like that. So that's all I'm going to say.
Thank you.
Just
lady, I'm trying.
Trans women are women too. Damn it.
You know what? It's because the hair's down. Is that what it is, Will? The
I
hair's
think,
down.
I think because the hair is down. That's why I think it is.
It's a sign of things to come.
Oh man, we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Real quick, we do have to say welcome. Our former producer is now filling some big fucking shoes.
Yes, she is.
Big fucking shoes.
Yes,
I know
she
he's out there listening.
Some wide shoes. Like quite literally, he wears wide shoes.
Hey, you know what? You know, it's funny. I wear wide shoes too, so it's not really that much of a shoe to fill.
Why?
They're chode shoes.
We already starting. The Jets will jet. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna ask you to cool your jets for just a minute. We're gonna go ahead and talk a little bit of wrestling first. We're gonna talk a little bit of wrestling first, and then we'll move on to the NFL.
Hey,
Joe,
Rod.
take it. All right, take it away, Joe.
All right, so I know most of the wrestling fans probably are watching right now because they're actually wanting to watch Raw at this very moment.
Y'all can come back to it.
Huh?
They can come back to it, damn it.
There was actually some very huge news tonight. The draft is starting this Friday on SmackDown. Well, tonight, Triple H officially stripped the WWE title off of Roman Reigns and introduced a beautiful new title that our own Will Morgan said he would swear off Asian women for 90 days for this title. So
We act like he's getting a bunch of Asian women in 90 days.
You want to protect your Asian women? Get him this belt.
That belt is
all 2 or 3 of those Asian women in 90 days.
Look at that.
Two and then good 90 days, 2 or 3.
That belt is beautiful. That is a beautiful.
It's gorgeous. It's not quite as gorgeous as the AEW World Title. Not quite, just because all the diamonds in the AEW.
Because the AEW World Title got all the diamonds and everything around it.
Those diamonds make that title.
But that
Cubic
belt,
zirconia.
but that belt right there is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Really, I know what it is. It's really nothing but the WWE, the WCW World Title with the WWE logo on it. That's all it is at the end of the day.
It's the WCW title and the WWE winged eagle.
That's all
matched together.
That's all it is. That's all it is. But it's so beautiful and it looks so much better than the other one.
Oh my God.
Compared to that,
we have said for years that those titles look like toys. That title really makes those titles look like toys.
Tonka toys.
I'm so excited for this. This is what needed to happen. Raw has been suffering for a year now without a champion. It's been bullshit. And I'm gonna say it right now. Seth freaking Rollins better be our next champion. God damn it. Say it now. And if anybody else
Roman Reigns. I don't watch wrestling, but
I'm-
Roman Reigns is
I'm
pretty
taking Kill out the equation because the minute he said almost, he lost me.
That's how you judge wrestlers.
Still just trolling you, bro.
Trolling me, man. Almost. Come on, man. That man can't even talk right.
No, I'm pumped for this. This is big news right ahead of the draft. Make sure you tune in tomorrow on Fight Night as we're going to break down the draft on who we think should go where and what that. And also we're going to be discussing our Rushmore, our personal Mount Rushmores of wrestling.
This is oh yeah, Booker T started that. And I'll say this real quick, and Joseph, we talked about it. If this goes off right, AEW can be in trouble.
No, well, and you saw it when Triple H originally took over. Like, they were having some issues. Now, the last month after Mania, they've been doing a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Now, however, However, I do believe this whole bullshit with the Elite and Punk not wanting to work together with Punk coming back is kayfabe. I don't believe that a company is going to sit there and look at all that money on the table for this feud that their entire fan base is clamoring for.
I mean, say what you want about CM Punk. He's still a marketing genius. Say what you want.
No, and CM Punk, I believe, wants to. From what I've heard, it's the Elite that don't want to. And if I'm Tony Khan, I'm going to the Elite and I'm saying, you're fucking doing this.
Yeah, you're doing this regardless.
You don't have a choice. This is how you sell out Wembley, Will.
Mm-hmm.
That match is how you sell out Wembley.
Yep.
And if they don't, they're going to end up doing 40,000 seats in an 80,000 stadium.
Yep.
Genghis Khan?
Real quick, guys, everybody, we with the Twitter handles, myself and Dan, give us a follow on Twitter. Genghis Khan.
Got one all-time tweet.
Honestly, to me, Elite versus Punk could be what AEW needs right now.
Could be.
But you're right. If the draft is done correctly, and if this continues, if whatever happens at Backlash, however they end up figuring out who's going to be the new champion, it's got to be someone good.
That's why I say Seth.
To me, Seth is the only reasonable decision. I'm sitting here thinking, and I cannot think of one other person. No one active. It would be a comeback, and I don't think that's as hot as Seth is right now. Mm-hmm. It's not fair for someone like Randy or AJ, who's been hurt for months, to come back and take this title after Seth has been holding down Raw for a year.
Oh, yeah. He's pulling a Randy Orton right now. He's pulling a Randy Orton. Remember that time when everybody was hurt and it was only Randy holding it down? That's what Seth is doing right now.
And I'm sorry. I love Seth. One of the reasons I do love Seth is because he's like Jericho. He can recreate himself. He's done it 3 or 4 times already. His career, he's only been in the WWE for like 10 or I think it's going on 15 years. But the Joker character that Seth is giving you right now is one of his best ever. I fucking love it. It's fantastic. Not just that, it is one of the best Joker portrayals I've ever seen in wrestling.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Ever seen in wrestling. And that goes to one of the other GOATs, Sting, whose Joker in Impact was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But especially in PG, Seth is killing it with this Joker right now. I fucking love it. Love it. And that's all I got to say. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, Fight Night. We got a lot talked about. May even start a little early, so make sure you're watching because we got a lot of shit to talk about tomorrow, especially after this news tonight. So.
Oh, yeah, for real. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and move on to the huddle. We got a lot of football to tap into.
Even when you feel low, you
wrong one. God damn it.
You good. All right, you guys, we have it's finally happened. Aaron Rodgers is finally a New York Jet.
You mean Aaron Rodgers, Earthwalker?
The hands of 1,000 ancestors.
He just walks the earth, bro. He just fucking walks the earth. It's what he does.
Oh, man.
He's so transcendent of football, really.
1,000 ancestors' hands that got him this job.
That were telling him they were proud of him.
I want to go around the room and see what everybody thinks about this. My personal opinion, I think he's good enough to get him to the playoffs, and that's about it. A, you playing in such a tough division. B, you still got teams better than you with Kansas City and the Bengals. We'll see what the Bills look like this year. We'll see what the Dolphins look like this year. But let me start with Erica. What do you think about this?
I mean, he is still definitely, in a tough division, but it's like, okay, we're just watching Favre all over again.
Yep. I agree.
Are you done? Because I got something to say. Are you done?
Yeah, I am. I mean, really, that's all I got. Like,
it's all it is, really, at the end of the day.
Brett Favre 2.0 pretty much, but his name's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm gonna kind of play devil's advocate for it. I'm kind of on the Rodgers train in the Jets, and this is why. One, they do have the rookie of the year this year. They would have had the other rookie of the year had he not gotten hurt. They have one of the best defenses, one of the top 5 defenses in the league.
They did.
And this is the other thing. Yes, tough division, but Will, you just mentioned 2 teams that we're not totally sure what their future is going to look like. Josh Allen had one of his more iffy seasons last season. Yes, was he still elite? Yes, he was. Can't argue that. But he still had a very iffy season compared to what we've seen of Josh Allen. So we don't know what we're going to see next year. The other team you mentioned, Miami, Tua's taken more hits than some of those Asian women you talked about.
Oh man.
I mean, tell us how you really feel, Joe.
I know.
At this point, they should just wrap Tua's helmet in bubble wrap.
But my thing is, even if you make the playoffs, okay, Cincinnati's still better than you. The Chiefs are still better than you. Hell, you can make an argument for Denver with Sean Payton might be better than you. I mean,
they still got Russell Westbrook. Bronco
Russell
country,
Westbrook.
let's ride. Bronco country, let's ride.
But the point is, I don't think they're a necessary shoe-in for success. Dan, what you think?
I think that. Did you guys watch the Rogan with Aaron Rodgers?
No.
When he was on Joe Rogan? Okay.
Nope.
But I'll give you anyway, he tells a story about him being pissed about
What the hell?
that was my dog that just knocked over a fucking bumper for a 1972 Mustang. It was sitting right there. He just knocked it over. It fell on him.
Over a 1967 Mustang sitting.
It fell. Well, I sold it, so I got to put it in the box. But yeah, he just it fell on him, and he's right here now. He's fine. Anyway, sorry, that was weird as fuck. Scaring the shit out of me. He's an idiot. No, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, yeah. No, he tells a story on Rogan about like a college professor that he was like fucking pissed at because she didn't give him a chance or something like that. Some weird. But he was talking about a college professor. This man is 40 years old at this point, correct? He still has a chip on his shoulder. He still has a chip on his shoulder. He's like, no, I think he's 40, 39.
I'm going to confirm, but go ahead.
39. I think he's 39. But yeah, he basically had a chip on his shoulder from college. This is 20 at least years before this.
You're
like,
right,
if you don't think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder for Green Bay, dude, that place, he has such a chip on his shoulder for like the culture of that place, that Midwest culture. And he's a California kid who's done ayahuasca, who has on a podcast with his fucking ex-girlfriend said that he was an atheist. I believe that was the first time that any professional athlete had just came out and said they were atheist.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that culture and how much it clashes with Wisconsin. And
I think
you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's chip on your shoulder like a motherfucker for Aaron Rodgers is all I'm saying. Like he's gonna.
I agree with Dan.
And he still has
because of that chip and the talent that the Jets do have at this point, they could possibly see the AFC title picture. Possibly. Y'all are not wrong. You still got Cincinnati out there. You still got the Chiefs out there who I think the Chiefs are about to be a dynasty. I think Mahomes may beat Brady's rings numbers if everything continues.
Whew.
I know that's a bold statement. He's still got 5 more.
Will? That's a pretty hot take.
Oh, I got you.
I would call it a shit take, but that's just me.
I mean,
yeah, no.
Come on, Will, you're slacking. Where's the drums?
Oh, y'all want the drums? I'm sorry.
I'm keying my own sounder. There we go. Sweet. It's not funny when you have to explain the joke. God damn it. No, I'm just kidding. Aaron Rodgers, dude, he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. And that guy's got the best arm talent. He has the most talented arm, if that makes any sense, that I've ever. It's that ever has existed, though.
Yeah.
Like just go back last year, which was considered a shitty year for him. And in his own words, when it's a shitty year for Aaron Rodgers, it's a fucking career year for everybody else. And that's actually true. He has some throws last year that off his back foot, and he literally moves his arm like this far. Like it's just like a fucking quick, like little sling.
Best off the back foot quarterbacks ever in the history of the game.
Dude, he'll throw 35 yards on a dime, and that thing won't go over fucking 8 yards off the ground. Like, it's literally just right there, and he's flipping them. Like, he's literally just flipping it. And it's like, it's the perfect fucking explanation for, like, why it doesn't matter how strong you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are. Like, he's not strong, dude. He's strong for, like, an average male his age. Yes, like, he's very athletic, but, like, not for the NFL. He looks like a fucking accountant. Like, his right arm seriously just looks like it's just like a dude, like, just, playing catch with his son in the front yard.
I take offense to that. I do account. What the fuck?
He looks like Aaron Rodgers has a smoking body, by the way. Let me just throw that out there. I'm just saying, like, it's an accountant smoking body. You know what I'm saying? There you go, Will. That's crickets.
There's got to be crickets.
Yeah. Well, it's male on male. You ever notice that, Josie? Or female on female?
Every time.
It's always gay shit. Yeah, that's what he always does it to.
We're not talking about Asian women, so we get no props. It's just crickets this time.
Well, sometimes
when I say things like Giancarlo the Ass Stanton is the
best. Because it is. Will, sometimes it's okay. Like, you can think about another man sexually. We're straight, but, like, you can think about it's all right, dude. Like, let your mind go a little bit.
Wait, that just made me realize something. One side of this chat is straight and the other side is definitely not.
Exactly.
And you know what's even better about
So I'm trying to figure out, like, what side?
The two straight ones are up and down, and the other ones are up and down.
Oh, I thought the bottom was Josie and I.
When seven is here, sometimes I do wonder. And then there is also Stacks. I know you got a thing for Stacks. But who would
I mean, duh.
Have you seen that mustache?
Have you seen that man? I mean, you guys haven't met him. I mean,
what is going on right now?
This is one of the best shows.
It's like Giancarlo and then Stacks. Like, just a little bit.
It's already off the rails.
But no, I could really see. I think there's a possibility that they make a little bit of a run in the AFC. Now, you're right. The AFC is stacked. It is. You got to go through Cincinnati, who definitely didn't get worse this year. The Chiefs, who definitely didn't get worse this offseason. Honestly, even though we didn't think it was possible, got better probably.
Well, the Chiefs lost a little bit, but it's not anything you can't. It's not anything you can't recover in the draft. Between free agency and the draft, it's not you can't really.
Have 15, and that's really all that matters.
But honestly, I think whoever wins the AFC is going through the Eagles and the NFC, and there's no thought in my mind that the Eagles lose 2 Super Bowls in a row, especially if the rumors we heard of Derrick Henry possibly.
Oh, they get Derrick Henry. That ain't done. That ain't done.
There's nothing that's going to stop the Eagles if Derrick Henry is in that
ain't done. Jalen Hurts from play action with A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith.
Yeah.
That ain't done.
They'll be breaking records next season.
That ain't done.
Especially the way that offense is constructed, like
oh God.
to already be mostly downhill running, and then to get a dude who is the definition of downhill running. That's who you want. Like, if you're like, oh yeah, I just want 2.5, 3 yards every single fucking time.
And then
Dan, you're literally
going to go back again. There's no way that they're not. The Eagles are definitely going to go back to that Super Bowl again this year,
then
I guarantee they will win it.
I agree. I 100% agree. And then Dan, you're also putting him behind the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, clearly.
Best offensive line.
And then look at your third down back. When he's healthy, Rashad Perry is awesome. When he's healthy. He's your third down back.
With an offensive-minded head coach. Offensive-minded head coach who's ran that system his whole fucking life.
Yep.
And Will, you said it when we were talking earlier. If there is anybody that can make that deal happen, it's the Lorries.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Lorries.
He'll get it done. If he wants it, he'll get it done.
Doug Peterson, have you seen that guy? I mean,
Dougie P.
That fucking jawline is striking. And then the hair, and then the blonde with the gray hair.
But Dougie P's down in Jacksonville now. Who is it?
No
over
crickets.
in the Eagles.
I was looking for the crickets, that's why I started smiling.
You know what? Because you know what though? I was gonna ask because I'm gathering up another question. And I asked it earlier. Who's messing with Rodgers in fantasy? I ain't.
I'm not.
He probably wouldn't be my first QB, but if he's available in round 7 or 8, I'd take it.
I ain't gonna say here in front. I'd rather get Trevor Lawrence in round 5.
Well, obviously he's not your first.
Give me Trevor Lawrence and Geno Smith. I'll be happy.
Geno did great last year.
If it's point per completion, you probably want Aaron Rodgers. Not gonna lie to you.
PPR, yeah, I agree with you on that. But if it's standard, give me Trevor Lawrence all day. You got Calvin Ridley.
Me and Will don't play PPR.
You got Calvin Ridley coming in. He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder after being suspended. That whole team's gonna be ready to play. Oh my gosh.
Isn't PPR better?
3
more suspensions for gambling this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
We had some Jameson Williams.
Oh, no way guys have money on their own games. No way. Oh.
Well, and one dude didn't even get suspended for betting on football. He got suspended for betting while in the facility of the team.
Oh, Jesus.
And you can't do that.
I'm sorry. When did the NFL become some sort of correctional facility?
No.
I didn't know that was.
Here's the thing that gets me. Y'all. As much business as they do gambling, you suspend or release players who gamble. I get it if it's on your team. I understand that. I can even understand if it's on a facility. But if you're at the house playing with your dog and you decide to put $5 on the game.
So
I agree.
The biggest,
if it's not every football player, and I learned this a lot from listening to New Heights, like you can tell the Kelsey brothers, they're fans. They when they're off, they're still watching football. So you're sitting there, you put $10 on a game that you have nothing to do with. What's the fucking problem with that?
Exactly. Now, like I say, facility, I got you.
I still think that's kind of bullshit.
Betting on your own team, I got you. I understand.
That's what Ridley did from Atlanta. He bet and he got suspended because he made a bet on Atlanta versus Jacksonville. And weirdly, full circle enough, where is he playing now?
Jacksonville. But I get it, though. I understand the rules. But at the same point, if you're at the house, you play for the Falcons, you betting on Steelers versus Bengals.
You shouldn't get in trouble for that. Like
the facility rule, I still have an issue with because I don't we're not in season, so he wasn't doing it on an NFL game. He was just betting on a game. And it's so easy to do now, Dan, with sports books and everything. Like, I think that's bullshit. It's not like he was calling a bookie in the facility. He was probably on MGM or FanDuel or one of the ones that the NFL
those federally
could have been on
federally legal betting apps. Those legal and 100% legal for like people to do betting apps.
Right. That's my point.
One of those. Yeah. What the fuck is going on right now? Like the NFL is so worried. This is the thing that they really, really, really don't want to happen. Like their players can shoot people. Their players can wave guns around in strip clubs. They can beat up women. They can do drugs. They can do whatever. Well, I mean, like drugs, go for it. But like they can do all this stuff. But what they don't want is for anybody to ever think that the NFL is actually scripted. That's what they really, really, really don't want.
Well,
and so that's where betting starts
really having to fight that. They are. Really
that's what betting starts to tip on. Yeah, that's what betting starts to like get into is like, okay, so that just gives fuel to the fire of anybody who thinks it is scripted. And it would be fucking goddamn impossible to script those games, by the way. It would be impossible. You can probably shave points a couple of directions, maybe, but like you can't determine the outcome. You can't.
Outcome?
There's no way to do it. There's no way to do it. There's absolutely no way to do it.
Dan, it goes back to, as we've discussed, like with the thought of putting WWE on sports books, why that would never work is why it works in the NFL.
Yes. Okay. Yes, exactly. Because everybody know, well, anybody who's got half a fucking brain cell knows that there's no way to actually script a fucking NFL game. There's no way to actually do it. These guys get paid more money than any of those bets could individually win them ever. Why would they ever do it? There's no fucking reason. And they would have to fucking what? Abandon their fucking dignity to lose a game on purpose, right? And none of them are going to fucking do that. fucking professional athletes, dude. They're not going to like. There might be ways to shave
hard to get to this level.
Yes,
to, like,
there's
blow a game like that.
To be like, well, you're going to give me how much? You're going to give me $76,000 if I throw the game. What? I get paid that for the game. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Like, I at least get paid that for the game. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And that's if we actually do it. If I actually have enough influence to lose a game, like I better be the starting fucking quarterback on the team that's supposed to run up a bunch of fucking points. That's really what it must be. Because, like, I just won't score points. I get it. That's how it works. But, like, that's not going to happen.
And this is why I disagree with Shannon Sharp, because Shannon Sharp is looking at it from the standpoint of the current rules that are in place. But the current rules are in place are stupid because the NFL has profited from gambling how many years over? It's ridiculous.
Will, look at the XFL and how much embracing the gambling has helped them.
Mm-hmm.
That's why people really watch the XFL is the live betting, the being able to bet the entire game.
Yep.
And there were talks a couple of years ago about the NFL kind of adapting that model. And I still think it still comes up. So how are you going to penalize your guys for gambling as long as they're not betting on their own games? Now, don't be going and pulling a Pete Rose now. But
don't throw your own games, but there's no reason for them to throw their own games. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's really no reason for them to do that.
You're right.
I'm okay with them betting on their team for the game. That's actually fucking awesome. Like, if you have that much confidence you're going to win that game, yes. No, yes, exactly. So if I get the maximum amount of fucking output because the dude's got fucking $100,000 on his own fucking game, wow, makes it funner for me, makes it funner for everyone. And look at that. Dun, 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 NFL. Dun, dun. Yeah, like, what the fuck, dude?
That comes to getting someone who has no moral compass, Dan, and is willing to throw a game to win that $100,000 or try to throw a game. Which is right. NFL is one of the, like, probably football is probably one of the few sports that one singular player can't have that kind of outcome.
On a bet, too. He has to do it on a bet, dude. Yep. He has to do it on a fucking bet. It's not even guaranteed. If he fucks it up, he might fuck it up and not get it done. And then he lost the bet, and he lost the game, and he possibly lost his career. There's fucking no reason why they would do it. There's zero incentive. There's zero incentive. So, like, nobody does that.
All you got to do is, again, look back at Pete Rose and how much it fucked him.
And he didn't bet his own team to lose either. Like, that's the thing. He wasn't throwing games. Like, the Black Sox in 26 in the fucking World Series blew a World Series, guys. But this was also when fucking teams got paid like $9,000 altogether. Like, that was their whole salary. It was like, hey, $9,000 for your 26 players. And it's like, what the fuck? I better get a day job because that sucks.
Probably a couple million now.
And these guys got paid like fucking $35,000 a piece to fucking like 7 times their salary to throw a World Series. In that case, yes. All right? Yes. You got to fucking feed your family, bro. You throw the World Series. I'm doing it. Shoeless Joe Jackson, I'm with you, bro. I'm fucking throwing that shit all day long.
In the era of the highest paid athletes.
Yes, exactly. They didn't have none of these motherfuckers got day jobs. I'll tell you that much. None of them. Not one of them needs a day job.
Here's something to change the subject a little bit. I'm so excited for this season because there's no fucking Tom Brady.
At least yet.
Just a friendly neighborhood reminder. No Tom Brady.
That butt chin will have reign over the NFL for quite some time after he is gone.
Until Mahomes wins 5 more.
Until he gets 5 more, which is never going to happen. Like, quite literally, it's never going to happen.
Mahomes could pull that out, honestly.
5 more, dude. That's so many.
If he were to continue playing at this level, it's possible.
What Josie said, and honestly.
And Big Ray.
I really wonder if Mahomes can't even get himself better and on an even higher level than where he's sitting right now to be able to surpass Tom Brady's records and shit and do better than Tom Brady.
I mean, I understand. I do get where you're coming from because it seems very unlikely.
I'm going to vomit.
It seems very unlikely. But at the caliber he's playing, now things are going to change. I bet he's only got Kelsey another 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 years, possibly. And then he's going to start losing weapons. it's going to be a lot harder for him to do it. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy task. And Erica, as much as I would love to see Mahomes surpass Brady, I don't know if that happens, but I do think he gets within 5. He gets 5, maybe 6, possibly 7.
Hey, Dan,
see, now you're just opening the end up like, no, he might get 5. I could see him getting 5. That's the most I can see him getting is he gets number 5.
Yeah, it's called hedging your bets.
Yeah.
We don't do that's what it's called, Dan. It's called hedging your bets. 5, maybe 6, maybe even 7.
I said 5, 6, or 7. I said 5, 6, or 7.
I'm realistic.
There's
also the fact there. You also have to look at Brady's story being the 6th round and things like that. Like Brady's story is also part of what makes him the GOAT. Mahomes was always like, we knew Mahomes was going to be good. We knew he was going to be good. Brady was never supposed to be as good as he was.
No, and Brady's just not like Bill Russell, where like you got like 10 titles that just trumps everything. Like he's the all-time like passing yards leader and shit, dude. This motherfucker balled. His stats are fucking really good.
Yep.
So they're GOAT stats without the 7, and now he's got GOAT stats with the 7. So
it's kind of what we said, Dan, with Jordan. All Jordan really has in the GOAT conversation is the 6 titles.
You're just gonna try and do it again. He's not even gonna say anything.
Nope.
I mean, it really is though. Like, let's be honest, Jesse, it is.
It's simpler.
But Brady does. Dan, I'm too much in a good mood to stoop to Josie's level tonight. I'm too much in a good mood. I'm not stupid. I got my girl. Look, I got Erica. Look, I got Erica. I got Erica here next to me. So I'm not falling for it, Josie. I'm not falling for it.
It's because we ran through that harem before the show.
Trying to get you to take the bait role.
We're all loosened up.
To see, but I wasn't necessarily trying to get you to take the bait. But I said that to say this. Brady does have both. Brady has multiple records as well as the ring.
Well, so does Jordan. Jordan has a lot of records, bro. Jordan has a lot of fucking records.
A lot of records.
This is from the number 1 LeBron supporter. Like Jordan has a lot of fucking records. Jordan was a better scorer than LeBron James. I've always conceded that. He's a better fucking scorer. Overall, he 100% is. There's not a doubt. He's the greatest scorer of all time. Jordan.
And I've always conceded that LeBron's a better athlete because he's 6'9", 260. I mean, and to do what he does as big as he is and the way he can pass the basketball, you can't deny that.
It's unicorn status. It's unicorn. It's kind of it's unicorn as far as athletics go. Yeah. But yeah,
if he was a better shooter and a better free throw shooter,
then you might have to start having that conversation.
You might have to start having that conversation in my mind. You might.
I just like to gauge where Jordan fans are as far as like where they like, what would happen if I always do it to you? I'm like, what would happen if LeBron just wins the next 3 fucking titles? He just goes out and balls and averages 39-9 and wins fucking 3 more.
I mean, I don't see
and ties to 6.
I don't see what
breaks to 7.
Do with that way the Lakers team is.
There's no way. Yeah, that's where we got to talk hypothetically. It's not going to happen.
We're going to get to NBA, but real quick to finish this off, I do see, Dan, that it's probably not going to happen. Like Brady is going to always be the GOAT of football. So many things had to go right, dude. Everything would have to go right for Mahomes in the next 10 years for it to really happen.
And to back up Josie on that point, can you imagine if Brady didn't lose those 2 to the Giants?
Oh my God. He would be the Bill Russell.
Just sick.
Yeah. And today's where Bill Russell was getting guarded by dudes who were handymen in the daytime. These are actually professional athletes. So like that's fucking.
I mean, because if you take
like all of them are professional athletes.
I mean, I give him the one against the Eagles as a loss. I mean, that was just told in the fucking future. But even in that loss, he balled.
Yeah, he balled in every one. I mean, he almost comes back almost every single time.
Yeah.
Eli Manning was truly Tom Brady's kryptonite in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Eli had to have two of the highest, the most ridiculous, the throw I think is better even than the fucking David Tyree head catch is the fucking throw he made.
All in the helmet.
The throw he made in 11, dude. Like, okay, the David Tyree thing pisses me the fuck off because that was a Randy Moss team, and Randy was my favorite player, still is my favorite player of all time, and he fucking didn't get a ring because of that fucking bullshit. Eli Manning out there, idiot savant, fucking all he can do is play football.
Literally, that will probably those two rings will probably be the only reason that man gets in the Hall of Fame.
I respect the fuck out of Eli Manning, and I think he might have been a Hall of Famer minus those 2 wins. But just the throw that he made in 11, dude, and the 2011 Super Bowl, the throw that he makes to fucking, and I forget the dude who it was, but this is like fourth quarter, minute and a half left. They got to fucking go down and get a field goal, and he fucking throws a dime, like 45 yards. It literally, the dude didn't even move his hands. If you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I think it was Plaxico. It wasn't Plaxico.
Like the bread basket.
Just fucking, dude, it landed right in dude's hands, and he was by the sideline, and he just toe tapped, and I was like, what in the fuck? And Eli's getting tackled, like throwing on his back foot, getting fucking somebody in his face. And I'm like, dude, that is the luckiest fucking throw I've ever seen in my entire life. He just threw it down the sideline, and everybody's like, oh, it's pretty good at dime there. Like, Eli didn't know where the fuck that was going, and it just happened just right in his fucking right there. And then David Tyree gets him.
That's a debate we need to have because I don't know if Eli gets in without those 2 rings. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know. That's the debate we can have. I don't know.
He's an average QB at best.
That man led the league in interceptions. How many?
He's got like 33,000 passing yards, dude.
That's true.
Obviously. So you go, no, he doesn't ever does he go to the Super Bowl? Or does he just not win the Super Bowl? Like he goes and loses.
If he doesn't get those 2,
he goes and loses. But he goes to the Super Bowl though and loses.
I don't think that's enough because Jim Kelly went to 4.
Yeah, let's say history stays exactly the same as it is, Dan, except he loses those games.
Probably not.
A tough one.
He makes two throws. He breaks a fucking sack and makes a throw in the David Tyree game. Mm-hmm. God damn it, that fucking pisses me off. I can see it in my fucking head right now.
Dan's looking at it.
Fucking seriously pissing me off. No, but like that one and then that fucking basket throw, like he doesn't even know what happened during those plays. He just threw it up in the air. He got to go back some crazy weird Mannings from the South shit happened. It was like a fucking some Southern leprechaun like ran out of Tennessee and fucking did some weird shit. Whatever that Manning family's into. Those fucking weirdos.
Hell, Manning got to go back from that second one and look at the tape himself to see what he did.
Peyton Manning looks like if football players evolved to not need helmets.
Both the Manning brothers look like that.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and move.
Funny too that you guys are bringing it to the Mannings as well because they have what is it? Is it Arch? Is that the kid's name? That's
the younger brother. Yeah.
No. It's Cooper's son.
Okay.
It's Cooper's son, so it's Arch's grandson.
Arch's grandson. Okay.
Yeah, because there's Cooper. Yeah.
So they have him down at Texas to play ball down there.
Yeah.
And I read a report the other day that said he's nothing like his uncles. He's not as good.
I've heard better.
I'm just like,
I believe that. I can believe that.
Josie, have you?
I've heard better.
Okay.
Yeah, I have to. And just tools wise, and obviously he's going to get that fucking towel because he's Arch Manning. Like quite literally, his name is fucking Arch Manning. Like, okay, they're going to give him some fucking advantages immediately.
Oh yeah.
Like he did go like 60-2 in high school or something like that.
Yeah.
So he started from being a freshman and I think he lost like 2 games the whole fucking time.
Like you won't know until his college career starts. You really got to see it. But
yeah.
I have heard that he has the potential to be better than both of his uncles.
Damn.
He's never gonna be better than Peyton Manning. He's never gonna be better than his uncle. That's never gonna happen. The only people who live up to that kind of hype, Josie, are LeBron James and nobody else.
You know what though?
It's not even the same fucking sport.
You know what though? You might be right because not every kid gets the father's talent. Yeah. You see that from Michael Jordan and his son. His sons never got his talent. Never ever.
This is Cooper will.
It sometimes does. Look at Tiger Woods and his son. His son I think is going to be better than Tiger. And you look at him, he has the same mannerisms as Tiger.
if you want to talk about father-son fucking it passing down or not, it almost always does. For one, let's just say that it almost always does. Lords Gurriel, fucking there's so many examples. Like literally Bronny James. Bronny James might be as good as fucking Michael's, but might be as fun as fucking Michael's fucking son though. For real, like we don't know that. Like Bronny James is like 6'2".
Yeah.
Like obviously athletically he got a little bit of that, but like got a little bit of it. And both of them did apparently.
I mean, and
Bryce.
look at the ball three. They're all better than their dad.
Yeah. Never lost. Josie, I ain't never lost.
Never lost.
I ain't never lost.
Never. Can you beat Michael Jordan? Yes.
I'm 62 now.
Down low. Josie, I'll back him down low. He's 6'6". I'm 6'9". I'll back him on the block and kill him. I'm telling you. Let me ride that pony.
Never lost. Never lost.
Molly, let me ride that pony one time, Molly. Let me ride that pony one time. Let me ride that pony one time, Molly.
Hey.
Ride that pony one time, Molly. Come on now. I know that breakup with you and Jalen had to hurt, but let me ride that pony one time.
Will, real quick before we move on, we got to talk about it because it's Thursday. And by the way, I don't know who's joining in, but we are doing a live draft special Thursday. So make sure you tune in for that.
I'll be on.
I know it'll be me, Will. I think Erica will be there.
Thursday's never lost.
Never lost.
Maybe we can convince Dan to be there.
Join us for the NFL draft.
Yeah. So just real quick, I want to go around the board. I want to go around the board real quick and say who we think is going to go first five. We'll start. Erica's been quiet, so let's start with Erica.
Why do I have to go first?
She's up there. She's very observant.
I am. I'm just like sitting, like listening, like chiming in.
She's keeping focused in the conversation. It's a good thing.
Yes, she is.
The guy who was there before never fucking did that.
Yeah, that's true.
Aren't you so proud of me?
You need to start saying, "Here's the thing," a lot more, Erica, to make it sound like. All right. Here's the thing.
Okay, so like I'd rather just talk like a Valley Girl instead of like
there you go
thing. So like
I like it
Valley Girl thing, okay? Because like that's
Oh, maybe Will starts talking to you that whisper voice. Maybe Will starts talking that whisper voice.
Erica, come on and give us the first five of the NFL draft coming up this Thursday.
Give it to us as good as you can.
Just do your very best, girl.
What is wrong with you people?
It's that whisper voice.
All right, since Erica doesn't want to go first, I'll go first. I think I don't know what draft we're talking about. Is taking Bryce Young. I think North Carolina is taking Bryce Young. Right now,
what do you call it, North Carolina? It's just Carolina.
Whatever.
North Carolina. It's North Carolina.
It's North Carolina.
No, it's Carolina.
Whatever.
It's the Panthers. The Carolina Panthers.
I think Carolina.
There's no direction.
Is taking Bryce Young. Number two. As much as it pains me, I think the Texans are going to trade away the number 2 pick. I really do. There's a lot of rumors about them getting Trey Lance from San Francisco.
Josh, I'll tell you what. If there was a mock draft I was listening to, it'd be Mike Mayock and then yours. Like Mayock's right there, yours right behind it. I feel like you got a lot of inside info. Thank you, Will. I feel like it's a lot of inside info. There's a lot of insight.
Dan.
And
fuck you, Dan.
I
hate you. I hate you with a passion.
I am being serious, guys.
And I think the Colts take Stroud. And then I think what's Anthony Richards? I think he goes 4th, possibly.
To who?
Who is 4th right now?
Is 4 a pick? Yeah. Yeah, they would definitely take a
quarterback right now.
Who's 3rd?
Arizona's 3rd. Now Minnesota's in the run.
Arizona's probably not taking a QB. They're still pretty tied to Murray, even though
they need other things though.
For this segment, can we just Can we just concede that none of us actually know what's going to happen in the NFL draft?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's just going to be some random shit.
For a living.
You only predict.
Don't know.
I was listening to the Kelsey brothers the other day talk about how mock drafts are stupid.
They are. That's basically what I'm saying.
They really are dumb.
Even Mel Kiper Jr. doesn't know.
The only way a mock draft is any good are for barbershops and water coolers.
Yes, and that's all it is.
Like, who's my team going to get?
Right.
Yeah.
That's it.
Anthony Richardson, if he was white, he's the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. I'll tell you that much.
Hell yeah.
No discussion.
Easy.
There would have been.
I'm just going to leave that right there.
Anthony Richardson is absolutely fucking nasty from what he showed in that combine. There's no reason, in my opinion, there's no reason why he should not be the automatic number 1 fucking pick.
It's because he's black, Erica.
No,
Hell yeah.
I mean, we've had this conversation before, Dan. I think we were all involved in it. But like Bryce Young is as well. You know, I mean, you do have other people in there.
Erica, Will agree with me. Bryce Young is not black like Anthony Richardson is black.
No, and that's
true. That's true.
That was my next thing I was going to say is that, but it does also go into play. Anthony Richardson is a lot darker than Bryce Young is.
Isn't that fucking crazy? That's some craziest shit I've ever fucking heard in my life, dude.
But
it's true.
Bad, and it's disgusting, and I feel gross that I even just said that. Like,
it's why? Because you're just talking about truth. We're talking about the truth. This is actually true shit.
You are speaking the truth, but like, it's still sad that
it sounds. It makes you feel dirty to say it.
And see, the thing that kicks me about Anthony Richardson, there will be no other excuse but that he comes from the SEC. He played top tier against top tier talent every year he was in college. If he was white, be number 1 pick.
Okay,
add one to it, Will. We talked about it after the combine. He was being said that he had some of the best interviews with teams in decades. Decades.
Why does that not? Why does that need to be mentioned?
On the field, he's great in the interviews.
That was the number 1 thing, though, for him. That was the number 1 thing they talked about was the interviews.
Yeah.
How good he was in interviews. If that was a white guy, they wouldn't talk about how awesome he is in interviews. They'd be talking about how far he threw the ball.
Yep.
I agree.
But
he's so awesome in interviews.
If Richardson is white, there is no discussion. Stroud and Young are 2 and 3. There's no discussion.
But y'all are saying do a top 5. I'll give mine real quick. Bryce Young's going to Carolina. I got your team, Josie, getting Will Levis. They've been looking at him like he's some amazing quarterback. So I got them going with Will Levis. I got Arizona going.
He's a white guy. How well?
He's a white dude.
He's a white guy. Holy shit! That doesn't align with what we're talking about at all.
We are not going.
He's not nearly as talented as that other guy, but he's going to get talked about in the top 10.
Those days of Deshaun Watson.
White guys play quarterback. Will
exactly?
White guys play quarterback.
Stay in the pocket and throw.
It's the only position we have left.
It's the only thing that we have that they can't take from us. Everything else is gone.
They're better at everything than we are, except for the quarterback.
Molly, let me ride that pony real quick. But,
never lost. White quarterbacks never lost.
But real quick, I got Arizona taking Will Anderson. They need an edge rusher. They're not going to mess with a quarterback with Kyler Murray there. I got C.J. Stroud going to the Colts. They need a quarterback. And I got edge
interviewed really bad, apparently, by the way.
What's that?
CJ Stroud interviewed really bad, apparently. That was the
that
was the opposite narrative.
The opposite narrative.
They were just throwing it in there.
And I got another edge rusher going to Seattle and Tyree Wilson. I don't know if they keep that pick though, but we'll see.
Well, and the thing with Stroud too is like we've discussed on multiple times. Stroud is not going to be ready this season. OU does not run an NFL or Ohio does not run an NFL style offense. He's going to need at least a season behind a good QB.
I mean,
that's the problem.
Or should. It may not happen, but
that's the problem. Who's a good QB, man? I mean,
Ohio's coach is a guy named Frank Solich, who used to coach in Nebraska. You mean Ohio State?
Yeah, Ohio State.
Yeah. Ohio State. Okay.
OSU.
Because Frank Solich is fucking awesome.
No.
The Ohio State University, yes.
Ohio
State. Real quick, before we move on to this, we got to talk about that Tonka toy of a statue that's now in front of OU.
Why you gonna do OU like that?
That Baker one?
Kyler Murray.
Why you gonna do OU like that?
They just already they jumped on that one real quick.
That's just disrespectful.
Might have jumped the gun on the whole Kyler Murray statue.
Erica, get him. Get him, Erica. Get him. That was just disrespectful.
I mean,
for what he was at OU, I guess.
What it was at OU was disrespectful.
Not every college can be awesome like OU and put statues outside of our Heisman Trophy winners.
Every single one does.
Shut up.
Every single school does.
Fucking just shut your mouth. I don't give a fuck. I know this. Shut the fuck up, Dan.
That's something our previous guest never did.
You just seem salty. Is it because your Yankees lost to the Twins tonight, 6-1?
Oh,
hey, I'm watching that game right now on replay, and thanks for fucking ruining it for me. You dick. Just might as well turn this thing off. I'm just kidding. It's good. They're down 4-0. I probably knew they were going to lose.
Spoiler alert for those who didn't know.
I was like, what the fuck is happening?
That's what you take after the guy who was previously sitting there. He used to do that shit all the time. Be like, fucking Yankees suck, dude. I'm like, God damn it. God damn it, Tony. You motherfucker. I've not watched that game yet. Yeah. Had to have a serious conversation with him about not telling me the fucking score because I watch it later. I watch it at my own convenience.
MLB. That's hey. Well, where'd you go? We need a plug for that MLB.com. Is that where you go to watch it? MLB.com.
Crackstreams.io.
Crackstreams.io. Hi, Crackstreams.
Dan, real quick before we move on to basketball, who's your?
You have to watch those live. For the number one, they're going to take Bryce Young, and it's a fucking mistake.
I think it is too.
I'm just telling you right now, it's a fucking mistake.
I think
that guy's made out of porcelain.
He's too skinny.
He's too small. I'm sorry.
He's too slow.
We just talked about a guy who's way more athletic. Josie, way more athletic. Kyler Murray is way more fucking athletic than Bryce Young is, and Kyler Murray has gotten the shit beat out of him in the NFL real bad. And he's stockier too. He's a brick shit house at 5'8". Like Bryce Young is fucking 5'10". Bryce Young's my height.
The issue
out there running around 160 pounds, like fuck.
He might be 180 soaking wet. He might be 180 soaking wet.
He can't see over the line.
Yes. He's throwing blind. He has to find lanes in between linemen. That's not how you fucking throw the ball. You can't. It's hard enough for guys that are 6'6" in this league to throw fucking completions, let alone if you have to find a lane first between your fucking 6'7" offensive linemen. Like, good luck. Like,
Kyler was blessed with that to an extent at OU because he was able to find those lines, and that little motherfucker just went whoop.
Right. That's what he's done. Yeah, that's what he's done since he started playing quarterback.
In the NFL.
It does, but it doesn't because it's just such a high level that even if he's that good at it, he's so good at it. He gets out of the pocket and finds lanes all the time.
Are you okay
he's so good at it.
Oh man, we need to hurry and get to the NBA. Oh man.
Something's happened.
We need to hurry and get to the NBA.
Ain't shit happened.
Yeah, it is. Let's get to the hardwood, guys.
All right.
Oh my. Milwaukee about to get their ass put out. Yep. Right now. Miami just
beat not getting another ring.
Miami just beat them 119-114 to take a 3-1 lead in that series.
Can we just also though real quick?
No Giannis, bullshit. I get that.
Bullshit.
No Giannis, I get that. But
what do you mean? That 12th in the fucking East Milwaukee roster, if Giannis isn't on it? You mean that one that doesn't fucking make the playoffs without Giannis on it? Yeah, that fucking bullshit roster. Yeah, that's terrible. And the Heat are going to get put out. But like, yeah, that's some bullshit. Because I mean, that's just so fluky. He's not. If Giannis isn't there, it's so they're empty. You can tell. Just watch him play.
Yeah. But if you don't come back and they don't, because I think their next game is at home, if I'm not mistaken, for Milwaukee. They done.
Yeah. I mean, it should be at home though, right? Because it's 4 games, and then it goes back to Milwaukee. So, dude, Giannis needs to get back now, or
Yeah,
it's.
like
I mean,
right now. Yeah.
they're literally like right now. Like they have to go 3 in a row.
Yeah.
It's not going to fucking happen. Miami's going to win that series. There's not.
Yeah.
I don't care if he comes back or not. There's not a. There's no coming back from Milwaukee. They're gonna lose.
And we also got the Lakers defeating the Memphis Grizzlies right now in the second quarter, 44-30. Look, I don't care what people say, and this is the first time I will agree with Colin Cowherd. Can't stand the man, but
love Cowherd.
They play better without Ja. They just do. They play better without Ja.
Memphis' issue right now. It starts with a B and ends with an Ooker. Like that. I'm sorry. That is
Brooks. You mean Brooks?
Sorry, but
Dylan Brooks.
That's their issue. How you
he's terrible.
Talk shit to what it? And I'm gonna throw you a bone here, Will. I'm not gonna say the GOAT. I'm gonna say one of the greatest of all time.
One of the 2 best players of all time.
Call him old.
2 best players of all time. Thinking he's not going to put it on your ass. I saw that video. It was game 2, right? Where he had the little heart-to-heart with him before the game.
Yeah. You know what he told him? You know what he said?
What did he tell him, Dan?
I'll tell you what he told him. And he did it very passive-aggressively because that's LeBron's style. He basically said, hey, bro, no, I'm cool with you. But if you keep fucking with me, I'm going to fucking put you down. Is what he said. And he did.
Point lead in NBA playoff history. Tied it.
Right after that. Yep. He played him like a fiddle is what he did. He went up to him and probably told him, hey man, I appreciate your skill, I appreciate your talent, and I know that you're here, you're a young guy in the NBA, but I own this fucking place right now. Just in case you didn't fucking know.
And I keep telling people
that Brooks had to ball check him. And there is not a person on this earth that can tell me that wasn't intentional.
It was 100% intentional. I've done it before.
100%.
I did it before. I've done that before. Absolutely.
And I keep telling people, Memphis is better off without Ja. Their record says so. They're better off without Ja.
There's no way they're better off without him.
The ball moves a little bit more freely than it does when Ja's there. When Ja's there, he's taking the majority of the shots. He doesn't really get a whole lot of other people involved on the offensive side of things. Like defensively, they're still good, but on the offensive side of the ball, it's just pretty much Ja. I mean,
you're 100% right, Will. And like you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of almost like playing like NBA fucking 2K, and like you're like your own player, and you're like trying to fucking make every shot and shit. You just don't pass the ball ever. Like that's like you're just like, yes, your player can be really good, but you're gonna fucking lose because you're just trying to take every shot, like not passing the ball well, like you're not distributing at all. Like that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like it's just, I don't know. It's too jaw-centric. It really is.
Well, and I was watching a TikTok today, Draymond Green going off on Dylan Brooks, saying if you ever wondered why Memphis can't get
past the hump.
He said it's Brooks' fault. He says he doesn't understand why Memphis is so behind this guy. He's not the guy. He likes to talk a lot of shit. Dan, when did he get ejected from game 2?
When?
Yeah, what quarter was it?
I think it was third quarter.
Third quarter. He only had 9 fucking points and 3 fucking rebounds.
He was 1 for 9 or 1 for 10 from the field, something like that. Real bad. 2 for 9, something like that.
And to go out, even Skip Bayless was on LeBron's side today.
Yeah, played him like a fiddle. He just said he went out there and said, "Hey, bro, like you know what? I appreciate you, and I know why you're trying to fucking get in my face and stuff about stuff. But like, just in case you didn't fucking know, bro, I still own this place. I still own everything around you." And I think it was like nice. I think LeBron was probably nice about it for real. Like was probably nice. But then he just went, I'm gonna fucking fuck this kid up. When he walked away, he just went, I'm gonna fuck this kid up. And like then he did. And they just got him like kind of like backed off of being, a dick to him. And then it turned into Dylan Brooks figured it out about mid-third quarter. If that lines up about right with when he got ejected. Mm-hmm. But Dylan Brooks figured out how fucked up what just happened was and got mad is what happened.
Because he ain't said shit after the game.
No, he knew exactly what the fuck just happened.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James played him like a fiddle. Emotionally, like quite literally emotionally went and fucking played him before the game and was like, hey, bro, like, I like you. It got him to back off, and then LeBron just attacked him. Just fucking said, fuck this, and just fucking went at him. Like, that's so savage, dude. That's savage.
I mean, look at it, too, though. Without Brooks, the Grizzlies made a little bit of a comeback at the end of that game.
With Ja. Because Ja playing from behind, like to Will's point, from behind, they're much better with Ja Morant because Ja Morant creates whatever fucking shot he wants to create and whatever situation he wants to create it. And that's what fucking playing from behind is. Like, that's just a dude going out there and just making plays. Like, just, it doesn't matter what the fuck he's doing. He's jumping from goddamn 15 feet away.
There are some guys that's just their game. That's how they'll always – but they're not going to be one of the greats to play this game playing that way.
No, because, I mean, that's Russell Westbrook's game.
Exactly.
To tell you the honest truth.
Exactly.
That's Russell Westbrook's game, and Russell Westbrook's a fucking great dude, but like that's 100% what Russell Westbrook is a Hall of Famer. He's one of the top 75 players to ever play in the league.
Yep.
Definitely.
But Ja will never be on that level.
I think Ja will definitely be on that level.
Their players.
Yeah, remember you got to remember Ja's still young.
23.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, that's 20. He's not even 25 yet.
His game to a point that playing from behind still gets him in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. Because of the things that he'll do statistically and the impact that he'll have on games, even when because sometimes the guys who play from behind, they think they're behind when they're ahead and they win. Sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes they do.
Yeah.
And he'll win enough games. He'll maybe get a fucking championship, maybe. But like, even if he doesn't, he's still going to make impact on games. People are going to be like, that dude's one of the fucking best players on this floor, regardless of where he's at. He's always one of the best players on the floor, probably top two. And you can't not put a guy in the Hall of Fame that's one of the top two players on the floor all the time. He's a Hall of Famer. That's clear. I mean, clearly, you have to be all time. Yeah, Ja Morant's a Hall of Famer. He just, I don't know.
He's just young. He's just young.
Yeah.
And he hadn't matured in anything yet.
I ain't going to tell him that. I'm not going to tell him that. He might pull a gun on me or something.
I was going to say, also,
he's young.
Ja's off the court antics could hinder him being a Hall of Famer. If
100%.
Straighten up.
Because he'll go to jail.
Yeah, that's
eventually
what I'm saying.
jail.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. He's going to end up in jail instead of the Hall of Fame because
I don't mean to get all conspiracy theory. But give me another American NBA star outside of Ja Morant right now who's a superstar from America.
It's not really. You can't.
I'll wait.
You can't.
His age.
Jason Tatum.
His
age. About as
age.
exciting as an orange. Just watching an orange.
He's saying it all. Will just an American superstar.
Yeah, Tatum's not there.
That's all they got. I think
good, but
Jason Tatum's a super. I think Jason Tatum is a superstar. I don't think he's a marketable.
No
superstar.
No,
he's not.
Mm-mm.
He's not.
Unless you're looking for something like the next All-American dude, because he always got his kid hanging around with him,
right?
And things like that. But for the most part, no.
That's it, though. I mean, outside of that, that's it.
You can market him as the All-American guy, possibly.
The reason I mentioned that is that
boring and be the All-American guy.
In 2001, dude, when David Stern was the commissioner of the NBA, Ja Morant's in prison. Ja Morant's in prison. Not a joke. He really is. Am I wrong, Will?
I believe it.
I mean, David Stern was the guy who fucking literally made the dress code for NBA games, and then they had to drop it again because it was weird.
Yep.
And it literally made it look like, oh, you have to like a white businessman walking into this arena, or you're not getting in, basically. Like that was you're going to get fined for it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you have to wear something into the arena? Like it's just super weird.
A couple of things I want to get into real quick. Shout out Jimmy Butler tonight for that 56 point performance tonight to get the hit over the Bucks. Jimmy Butler went
earlier, and like nobody said anything.
Butler went off. I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Be louder and say, "Here's the thing" before you do it, and then we'll listen to what you're saying.
You know what? Maybe I'll go work on getting my aviators so then I can be on your level with the shades, and then maybe you'll actually hear
This
me.
is how we do the shades. I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, possibly.
I do want to say congrats to Denver Butler on that. Another thing I want to say congrats on, and it said I kind of pissed me off because he didn't do shit when he was with Chicago. Congratulations to Lloyd Marketing. He wins the NBA's most improved player. And the Rockets have hired a new coach, Ime Udoka, as their new head coach.
Yeah. We'll talk about the Rockets now.
I don't know anything about this dude, so
he cheated on his wife with a staffer in Boston,
or else he was
engaged. Sorry, Will.
I heard they were.
Sorry, Will.
Engaged.
Huge difference. Sorry, I didn't pick up on that.
There is a difference. There is a difference.
It's still just.
There's a difference. There's a financial difference.
There's not. You don't have to pay lawyers for a divorce.
Right. You ain't got to pay a fiance. You ain't got to pay a fiance.
God. You guys are fucking monsters.
You ain't got to pay a fiance shit. But the ex-wife.
You guys are monsters.
That's why monsters.
There's a big difference there.
That's why I think Jay Cutler the GOAT, because he ain't give his ex-wife shit.
Anyway, Ime Udoka.
He ain't give his ex-wife shit. He told her to go get a job. And it's exactly what she did. She got a job.
Good with the defense. Good with interns. No, it's a good hire. It's a good hire. You guys got him on a discount.
It's a good hire because he knows the game and he can coach young players.
He's a fucking good hire.
I still, as I've said all
keep him away from the white women
season, the Rockets still need a good veteran on that roster.
A lot of white women in Houston.
He gonna have to stay away from all of them because if he get with one boy, it's over.
I mean, we're probably gonna get the number 1 pick, so hopefully he can.
Y'all got more balls in that ping pong thing than anybody.
Yeah, I know. And then we just traded for more. Did you see that?
Next team,
for more ping pong balls that won't come out yours, which happens every year. It just won't be yours.
That would be our fucking luck.
Yeah, it'll literally just be fucking Well, no, hang on. So you have. Is it the most? It is the most ping pong balls.
Right. He usually have the most ping pong balls. They have the most ping pong balls in there. Mm-hmm.
And then they go backward, though. How's that work?
It goes backward because it goes from the last pick up to the first. When you say how they draft it,
but they have the most. When I give them the best chance to get the last pick,
it should give them there's more balls in there for them to get the first pick. That's their opportunity.
That's why I don't get about it.
But again, it could go anywhere because they got the most balls. They get the first, last, or in the middle.
I mean, Josie's especially happy. She's got all the balls in her favor.
Hey. But Dan, I don't know if you remember this rumor from back in the day with the lottery. They said, you remember when it used to be
too good to pass up.
You remember when it used to be the envelope that they took out?
Yeah, I remember that.
You know how they said they knew what envelope to pick because it was in the refrigerator and it was cold, and all you had to do is dig down in there, search for the cold one for the first pick. That was the rumor back in the day.
Wow, that's fucking awesome though.
That was a rumor back in the day.
That's fucking.
So let's say for example, they wanted Orlando to get the first. They wanted to go back to the day, and they did something like that. Now, let's say for example, they did that with Zion. Okay, we want New Orleans to get Zion. Okay, what's the coldest ping pong ball? What's the coldest envelope? Okay.
Well, the ping pong balls don't come out of the thing though, because they don't pick the ping pong ball out. With their hand, they fucking let it fall in the thing.
They let it fall in the thing, and then it hits them. Yeah.
Yeah. Can we do some ads real quick?
They took the man part.
So we can do that. Can we do ads? I think we need to do some ads.
We need to do some ads. Okay, we can do some ads.
Yeah, it's a pee break.
We'll do some ads and then come back and talk some baseball.
Pee break, ad break.
Oh, I thought.
I'm gonna pull a fucking. Hey, I'm gonna unhook my computer and pull a Stephen Weaver.
Don't do that, Dan.
I'm going to hit my bowl while these ads play. Deuces.
Just. I'm gonna grab my computer real quick. All right, good.
Wrap up your Monday with some laughs. Make sure to join Will, Seven, Dan the Dick Warner, and Josie as they dive into the hottest topics of the week across sports, including baseball, basketball, and the NFL. You can catch the episode live Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, or Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss the Sports Report Podcast. Don't miss Fight Night. Every Tuesday night, Will Morgan and Josie Haney break down the hottest topics of the week across combat sports, including UFC, boxing, WWE, AEW, and more. Past episodes are available on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast, and each episode will air again Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern on West Coast Radio. Don't miss Fight Night. Tune in or tap out. It's time for more Dick, more snacks, and more basketball talk on the hardwood. Every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, you can catch them live on youtube.com/The Sports Report Podcast. Join them as they break down the hottest topics of the week in the NBA, along with the age-old argument on LeBron versus Jordan. This ain't one of Shaq's free throws. Don't miss it.
All right. Let's talk some baseball.
Eric sounds sexy.
Erica's not here right now. She's out smoking a bowl. So we can go ahead and move into our seventh inning stretch. Let's go.
This is always going to make me shed a tear until I get it fixed.
I want to be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints.
And I did say I am retiring that. I just got to make a new one.
You did say that.
I am. I need money to pay for the Canva to make the new one.
You did say that.
Make a new what?
A new seventh inning stretch. I told Seven I was retiring that for him, but I just don't have a new one yet. So
maybe we just say it's seventh inning stretch. Dun-dun-dun-dun. And then it just goes. There you go. Seventh inning stretch.
Every time you play that, Will, I think it's the Michael Jordan. Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh, ironic.
All right. Baseball is interesting right now.
Damn Mets.
Yeah, your Mets, bro. I'm sorry, but my Astros got the better of that Verlander deal.
Golly, man, it pisses me off, man. It pisses me the hell off.
How much money this offseason?
Huh?
The Mets are going to be fine.
I mean,
I think we'll be all right in the end.
The Mets
but
are going to probably end up a playoff team.
I think so. I think so.
They're going to be fine.
Yeah,
they have too much. They have too much talent. They have too much talent to not be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Verlander. You act like Verlander
for the first time in the season.
You act like Verlander is just picks it up in the beginning of the year and he's all fucking warmed up and everything. He's all fucking ready to go. He don't give a fuck, dude. He owns a tiger. All right. Justin Verlander owns a tiger. He don't give a fuck about the beginning of seasons.
My thing is, it's more that he's hurt and they have no idea when he's coming back.
He'll be fine. They're gonna be all right. They have too much talent. They really do. Like that roster is fucking ridiculous. Plus they have the fucking polar bear. Like what the fuck? They got a guy named the polar bear, and they got Francisco Lindor, who's a switch hitting shortstop because that's normal.
No, it ain't. But okay.
No, it ain't, and like it's really not. That's fucking about as rare as it gets, and he's a freak.
They're sitting second in the NL East,
dude. It's how many games are we in right now? Like fucking 17?
No, I
don't even think we're
over 30. Just over 30.
No, you're not.
The Astros are sitting 12 and 11. So
that's 23 games.
23.
Okay.
Just over 20.
Okay, so just over 20. That's yeah. So between 20 and 23. Gotcha. Yeah, the Astros are fine too. Like these are things that are going to work themselves out.
I have not been one of the ones panicking about the Astros. They started off like this last season too. it was almost the same thing last season.
You don't really know anything about these teams until you get dog days of summer, until you get June, July, where it's warm every day.
After the All-Star break.
Yeah, where they're playing every day. They're into it. Everybody's into it. Like they have
unless you're a Rodgers or a Boston fan, then you just know your season's over at the very beginning.
How you gonna do that? He ain't even here to defend himself.
Wow. No, I mean, that's actually really funny that you say that, because the Dodgers farm system that we have 2 amazing fucking dudes playing right now.
Those guys that are playing AAA.
Doing great right now.
You realize the Astros have one of the best farm systems in the league, right?
Do what?
You do realize the Astros have one of the best farm systems in the league.
Do realize that they hang out with trash cans and they are trash, right?
Oh! That's slider. Fastball.
Gotcha.
And let's see, who's got more rings in the past 5 years?
Why did you guys even get a fucking ring? Bitch, don't start with me on that one. Y'all fucking cheated us out of the goddamn series. Don't even
take the Astros and -1 off their championships.
We just did it better.
Because you guys cheated? Whatever.
Y'all cheated too. It's been
I mean, really, in all reality, let's think about it. Every fucking baseball team cheats because these are plays that they all know. You're right.
This is funny to me.
When you're getting to that game, you shouldn't have to cheat. Use your fucking skill.
I get it. I get this.
And
this is
trash
funny.
cans.
I get to see the white people argue. This is funny.
Legitimately, that y'all fucking cheated. That's not my problem.
Well,
trash cans cross a little bit of the line.
All right, take that out of it. How many more World Series have we been to since then?
Okay, and you're right on that, because we've had trash.
Because Erica, right after, with the culture that's in Houston, right after that happened, they quit doing all of that. You know, I'm being sarcastic. They didn't fucking quit doing all. No, they fucking didn't, dude. They were still doing almost all of it minus the trash cans. Like they were minus the trash cans because people were already onto that.
No team can do it with PitchCom. So
yeah, you can. There's ways to still do that shit. You can't tap into the PitchCom. They're doing an open radio frequency in a fucking baseball stadium. You think that a dude can't tap into that shit and just go, "Oh yeah, I can see what he's saying." Like,
and not only that, look at the pitchers and shit that they have around the league that have been there for a while. Kershaw, Verlander. I can't even think offhand.
Getting roughed up.
Yeah, you think that these people don't know like how they pitch? Like they're going to be studying these pitchers to know, even if they haven't been in the league for a while, they're still going to be studying. And there's ways to cheat.
That's not cheating, though.
No, I'm not saying it's not, but there's still ways to be able to turn around and cheat just by sitting and watching and learning.
Well, just like every time they don't go and tell the ump when a pitcher's tipping his pitches. No, they use that fucking shit.
I'm cool with stealing signs too, because that's like normal.
Yeah,
that's just.
Dan, we've had that conversation here. Like you learn that in Pee Wee, in Little League.
We do that in kitty baseball.
When it gets to trash cans, though, that's where it crosses the line.
I've said before, I think they took that too far. I have said that. Also, you show me proof that anybody on the team was using a buzzer, my story is totally going to change. Totally going to change.
Right, because that's definitely crossing the line.
That's crossing the damn line. And I have said before, I do think that taking it to the trash can level was too far. But I also look at the success that the Astros have had since then. They have worked their asses off. They have a great farm system. Dusty Baker has come in and made a great culture in that team. And I do see a dynasty, and I still think we repeat this season.
It's a lot of propaganda. A lot of propaganda in there.
From a fan.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's all propaganda at that point, right?
Texas fan, no less. Let's just make that one clear.
Champion.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Champion.
The old Texas. Let's succeed.
Oh, don't lump me in with those idiots. Do not lump me in with those idiots.
I'm going to because you're from Texas. So
there are.
You just have to
live here.
I mean,
but
that's debatable.
Got him. Okay, that
was a sound over.
Best one yet.
Is that yours, Will? Was that a sound there? Okay, I was going to say.
That's me.
Play it again.
Got him.
Yeah, there you go.
Got him.
What is it off of?
I demand when I punk Kill tomorrow night and I tell him I was right, you got to play that.
Oh, I'll play it.
Got him.
Demanded.
Got him.
Lovely.
But
yeah, let's talk about the Yankees though, because everybody wants to.
And Erica, you know I love you, and I'm just fucking with you.
No, I know.
Fucking Dodgers suck.
I also think
And so do the fucking Astros.
I also think Tampa Bay is going to be taking down a serious notch, and I'm not even sure makes the playoffs, even though they're 20-3 right now.
Dude, I was gonna say, didn't the Rays just win 20?
Yeah, they won. They won 14 straight.
14.
My shirt is so much cooler. You want to see my shirt?
It is. It is. I saw it.
Your shirt is fucking.
I was watching in the silence.
Can I ask you a question though? Can I ask you guys a question real quick?
I love it. I love Maryland.
Does Tampa Bay know they're not a bad team yet?
They're not. They're not
a bad team.
They're just not 20-3.
I don't think they're a playoff caliber team.
Right.
And I think
they'll make the playoffs.
I don't know. I think, Dan, as you said with the NBA, and some of these teams that go pedal to metal in the beginning, I see Tampa burning out, having injury, having issues.
They always do.
And
let's be honest. They did make it to the World Series, but the Dodgers took them out. So we just need another incident like COVID to happen again, and maybe they'll make it there.
They took out the Rays.
I'm sorry to tell you.
The Rays.
The Dodgers aren't making the playoffs this season. I'm sorry.
No, here's my outlook on the Dodgers. I'm really impressed so far with where they've gone. I really honestly do hope that they could possibly make it to that level to at least be like considered.
They're not terrible. They're really not.
I mean, they're really not that bad. Look, with where I was sitting when they started making all these trades and shit. I mean, Josie, I know you know, because I was like, I'm done. I'm not a Dodgers fan. This is ridiculous. Like, they are just like, what are they doing? Like, because they were getting rid of everybody.
Gavin Lux hurts.
Well, Gavin Lux fucking getting himself out in spring training and out for the season. Like, I mean,
a left-handed hitting second baseman shortstop.
Well,
like
now
that's fucking.
Well, hold on. Shout out to Mookie. He's actually playing shortstop.
I thought he's playing second. Was he not playing? He's playing shortstop now.
They actually they put him at shortstop.
What a freak athletic.
He was gross.
Mookie
what a freak athlete.
Mookie,
what a freak athlete.
I have a debate I wanted to actually have with y'all at the end of this because it encompasses all sports, but I'll get to that. But
greatest athlete of all time?
No, it's athletes. They've had this conversation on New Heights quite a bit. Could an NBA player move over to the NFL and vice versa? But I'm thinking of it more. Is there a player that could play any sport, a professional athlete that could just move to any sport and dominate? I'm not just play it, but
we've seen that already. We've seen that already.
He's talking about every sport, though.
Oh, no, not every sport.
Every sport. Is there a player?
No,
Bo Jackson dominated.
Oh, Bo Jackson dominated. Deion Sanders dominated.
Deion Sanders dominated.
Bo and Deion.
Baseball and football, right?
Yeah, but you're talking about every sport.
Every sport.
Is there a guy that could say, okay, I'm playing football. Now I want to go play basketball?
Well, who's the answer to that?
I don't think there is one.
No.
There's LeBron James' answer to that.
Oh,
we'll get to that. We'll get to that at a different time. But obviously, LeBron James is the obvious answer. LeBron James is the best tight end in the NFL right now.
Oh, no. They did.
Oh, now they get hurt first because they go after his knees. He's 6'9". They go after his knees.
What my
Jared
dad
Cook's 6'9".
Chelsea says is that an NBA player could come over to the NFL easily. And an NFL player could.
LeBron could do it. LeBron could do the transition, I think.
LeBron could transition. Whether he dominates or not, it's a whole different thing. I mean, I think he's going to be good.
I think Kyler Murray could do the transition, considering he used
baseball
and football.
He could do baseball.
Whether he'd be any good at baseball, though.
But see, playing baseball.
I mean, he's probably been out of touch, but I mean,
I don't think he'll be a very good. I don't think Kyler would be a very good NBA player either. I don't think he'll be a
Playing
very
baseball
good
and football
NBA
isn't a
player either.
crazy thing. You see that a lot. You see
Shohei can play in the NBA.
Mahomes did that.
Fucking Linsanity.
Hey,
Otani sanity.
Really? You're joking, right?
I'm
Shohei?
joking, yes. It's a joke, yeah. He wouldn't be good at anything other than baseball.
I know he's the athlete, but like, really?
He's not good at anything other than baseball.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's it.
Shohei gonna end up.
What? Where's he gonna end up at?
Rodgers, let's go.
He's wearing them pinstripes.
I heard this thing the other day that said if
He wants to.
well they have
It's New York.
They have all these like Shohei celebrations planned, but they all end by July 8th. There's nothing planned around him after July 8th, and that is the running story is that if they're out of playoff contention by the deadline,
It's over. That's it.
And I would love to see Houston pick him up just finish out his contract in Houston, baby.
Josie, there's nowhere else for Shohei Ohtani to go that is any step up from what he is right now. There's not any place that he can go other than come play in pinstripes. There's literally no other way that he can go.
It's orange and blue. It's orange and blue, bitch.
What you got, Erica?
Yeah, because that's the pinnacle of baseball for sure.
Dion, see you lose 18 players. 18 players and counting have entered the transfer portal after Sanders' first.
Because they know. Because they know.
Of Colorado.
Because they know.
Oh,
if
no.
you a
I
scrub,
said, Dion.
If you a scrub, you ain't going to make it on that team. They know.
Yeah. No, I've said Dion has the potential to turn Colorado into a possible Power 5.
It's
there.
Because they know. Because them kids know. Dion runs a strict ship.
He came in first day and said, if you don't think you can make it, hit that transfer portal.
Also, you don't wear fucking stupid single digit numbers with Dion either. if you're a single digit number, that means you're the real fucking deal, is what he said.
Yep.
Yeah, he said if you get to wear a single digit, you're the real fucking deal. Because I'm doing 20s for the running backs and 30s. I'm doing fucking 60s and 70s for the linemen. I'm not fucking doing this bullshit where fucking a lineman wears fucking number 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, how the fuck am I supposed to keep track of any of that shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially what Tom Brady said right after they made the rule in the NFL. Tom Brady said, what the fuck am I supposed to be watching now? He said, I watch numbers. He's like, I know whose number is there. I know who's split out wide because they're 82 or they're fucking 17. He's like, they're not fucking number 6. He's like, I don't get it.
But we know.
He was mad about it. And
then,
like, it totally makes sense. Like,
but the thing
fuck, you gotta know.
But the thing that we know, Dion does not play. Dion comes in with a tough discipline. And if you can't handle that discipline, he has to go.
You better earn it.
I believe if he gives 5 years, Colorado is being talked about as one of the Power 5.
The only thing I say calls for pause in that theory, Josie, is the fact that Deion Sanders might not be given that 5 years.
I agree. If he doesn't,
I agree. I don't even think
if he is not super successful, he won't be.
You're going to have to cut that time down to 3.
I say I think they'll give him 3
he could
years.
do it in 3.
If he doesn't do something in 3, then they're going to go.
Yep.
But like Josie just said, I do agree with that, Josie. I think within 3 years, he's going to be able to whip that shit around real quick.
Oh, yeah.
No, and you got to think about
it doesn't take that long, especially a person like Deion Sanders.
Can you imagine Deion coming to your house to recruit your kid?
Well, it's also
I'd be like, whatever you want, Deion.
Whatever you want, man.
He brought a lot of his
culture. Kiddo, see you later.
Yep.
You're going to play for that guy.
He brought a lot of his culture from Jackson State. Like half of his kids from Jackson State transferred to Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of that culture's already there. And the fan base, the students, everybody just needed something to get excited about.
Yep.
And now they have it.
And they got it with Deion.
Prime time, baby.
Yep. And they got it with Deion.
I can do the Deion dance.
Go back to baseball. My bad.
But I just think right now
on our rambling point anyway.
But I just think that there's a lot of teams right now that's playing that don't bad teams or not so good teams that don't know they're bad or not so good.
I agree.
And I think that by the time the All-Star break comes around, everything will be settled.
And that's my thing with Tampa Bay is like Dan says a lot of the time in the NBA, is some of these teams come full throttle right at the beginning. In a 162 game season, you can't do that. You can't do that. Like, I'm sorry, there's no way you're going to be able to sustain that for 7 months.
Yep. Amen to that. Amen to that. All right. Let's go ahead and finish this thing up. I'm gonna go around the room, see what we got planned coming up this week. Josie, we'll start with you. What you got coming up?
As I said, make sure you tune in to Fight Night tomorrow night with me, Will, Kill, Stacks. We're talking about more of what happened on Raw tonight, as well as the draft, our Mount Rushmores. And Will, I want to tell you, because I kind of love my delete one from history tomorrow night. So
okay,
it's a Money in the Bank one.
Okay, cool.
Which one are you deleting?
Which one? What event I'm deleting?
I got 3 for you.
Mm-hmm.
The first ever cash-in Edge Elimination Chamber. Dan left.
Hey, bye.
Dan does that sometimes. The first ever cash-in Edge Elimination Chamber.
Mm-hmm.
The heist of the century,
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins,
Mm-hmm.
or Dolph Ziggler. And this is a tough one. It's tough.
Ooh.
Like, those are 3 of the best cash-ins ever.
Yeah.
So think about that.
I'll think about it.
We're going to talk about that tomorrow night.
Okay.
And then our personal Mount Rushmores, because Will got all butthurt over Booker T's.
Booker T's was stupid.
I agree with it.
Why is Iceman King Parsons not on that list? Come on. All right, Eric, what you got coming up this week, my friend?
What do you mean?
Anything?
This was it.
Oh, this is it for you? Okay. I didn't know if you were going to be on another show or what.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Moment,
and Dan left.
I might bring her into something. We got to figure out what we're doing with After Dark. I was hoping to talk to Dan, but he left.
He just mad because we talked about his Yankees, but it's all good. All right. I want to say thank you to everybody that joining us in TV land. We do appreciate everybody being in the chat. And don't forget to check out Sports Report Fight Night tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central Time. For myself, for Josie, for Erica, and for Dan, who left. We'll see you again next week, guys, right here on the Sports Report. Everyone have a great week and take care.
Even when you feel low, you can still